Hey everybody, welcome back to the Mariana Show. Today I'm talking about Assassin's Creed. Now, with the recent drop of that Valhalla trailer, leaking the description, got me thinking, let's talk about Assassin's Creed. It's a series I kind of grew up with here and there, didn't play all of the games since I couldn't afford all of the games. I started out with the 2007 release of the original Assassin's Creed on the Xbox with one of my good friends. And the game made me rage so many times. Even with the newest game that I have, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, anybody who's played the game knows that when you want to go from one platform to another, sometimes they just don't want to listen. They're like, well, I'll just kill myself. Eat. Now, there's a total of 18 Assassin's Creed games in the series. There's technically more with different releases in different countries and iOS versions, which we all know, mobile games, no. We're not going to go there. It first started out with the 2007 release of Assassin's Creed, and goes on all the way to the 2018 release of Assassin's Creed Rebellion, which I have not played yet, and at this point I'm hesitant to play really any Assassin's Creed game due to all the controversy of, oh, the new game's not like any of the other series. Oh, this series is going downhill. I don't know what any of this is going to happen. I just don't know. I haven't played, nor have I put much interest into it. Now there's a whole list I have of all the Assassin's Creed games. Don't want to hear me go on the list. Just skip ahead when I'm done talking, which is probably the end of this video. Alright, the list goes on from Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed Altair's Chronicles, Assassin's Creed Bloodline, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 2 Discovery, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberations, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Pirates, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, Assassin's Creed Rogue, Assassin's Creed Identity, Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Assassin's Creed Rebellion. So many in all that. Now let's get into the plotline and how all of these games correlate with each other, since with this game series this long, there has to be some main plot. It can't just be a random collaborations of these games with no real plot connected to them, right? Right? Now, in each game there's a machine called the Amuus, or the Helix as it's further called on through the series. Now the Helix is a machine that can go through a person's ancestral history through their DNA. Now there's some speculations that it can go through other people's history through one person, but we're not going to get through that. We're just going to focus on the main premise of the machine, since the machine itself is pretty complicated, having to use DNA, go back hundreds of years just to say hello to Da Vinci. I mean, who wouldn't want to go say hello to Da Vinci? The antagonist of the series is called the Templar, which is trying to create this perfect utopian world using these powerful artifacts called Pieces of Eden. Now, the Pieces of Eden, like I said, are very powerful pieces of artifacts that are capable of various abilities. And the Creed, in Assassin's Creed, is the good guys who want to stop them from taking over the world because they want everyone to have free will. Even in today's world, free will is something that's highly expressed in many different ways. I'm not going to go into that, but let's move on. We originally play as Desmond Miles, who was a bartender from New York, and he was used to find the pieces of Eden for the Templar, not knowing they were bad. And he was rescued by a member of the Creed, and just like any other dramatic action game, to save the world, he gave up his life. And in doing so, that caused the series to spiral off the rails. And by that, I mean with each game release, there's a different person that we're going through their memories for each assassin. And it's funny to think that each person we go through is somehow related to an assassin throughout history that no one has really known about, that you're just with historical figures here and there that were never mentioned in anything. Each series of the game, they try to, have similar premises to everything. Siri? No. bad series. And the plots just get a bit more wild and, they seem to fall more apart. Not as though they're like, oh, they're not well put together. The plot lines themselves in each game is well put together, with all these historical accuracies, historical figures, and, just good. But it's hard to really put the needle through to have them connect. You know what I mean? A big series like this, it's hard to keep everything held together firmly without any, loose ends here and there. Now, what's next for the series with this whole drop of Valhalla? It doesn't seem to be assassin-like anymore. Just seems like you're, as a lot of games put it, a warrior, not an assassin. But we all see in the trailer the hidden blade. It's not here anymore. It's up here. Like a weird Cyclops Wolverine. Just the trailer itself, I watched it right before recording. It's a bit intense. You keep getting these flashbacks towards the violence and family and the narrator that keeps saying how horrid and heartless they are. They're just murderers and such. And he's wanting to put war against them. And as we see, during one of the spoilers for the trailer, we see during one of the fight scenes, there's a hidden figure behind a tree that's, shown to disappear as someone moves in front of it. And then, as soon as the person disappears, we see a bird flying. And then, as we can tell from the main character, he shouts, "Odin is with us!" Makes me think, are we going to actual Valhalla? Are we going to see some gods? Are we going to work side by side with the gods? Or are you just a person who's, a warrior trying to fight for his family and freedom and all this other... Darby McDevitt, he was asked about the game, and he gave a pretty quote that's leads us on a little bit about everything. He said, quote, "The narrative relieved on structuring story experiences in a way I haven't seen in any game as far as I can think of." End quote. That kind of, boosts the game up in its perspective, just thinking, okay, if he thinks it's nothing he's ever seen before, which is good, it can also be something bad, as the fact of, there's nothing I've ever seen before, something we're trying new, brand new, that you were gonna like, and it turns out to be... Could be. Never know. Fling either way. It's coming out in 2020 holiday season. And one thing I found interesting is the way that he ended the interview with calling the game very unique. Like I said before, we don't know what that means until we actually get to see more of the game and more is dropped. But I'll leave the trailer and all the places I looked at so I can get more intel and how to correlate all the theories together into one big whoop. But yeah, it got me thinking, since besides all this other political news and news about the virus, coronavirus, she get real, kind of gives me a bit of gives me some hope in the future. I mean, I already have some hope, but it's 2020. Aliens have been confirmed. That's all for today. Just a little weird, off-brand game news, personal opinion sort of thing. Might do more. I actually like doing the research for it. Kind of makes me feel like a game theorist. But that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that shebang. I'll leave everything else in the description below so you can see everything for yourself. Bye.